it's me Ahsana, Assistant Professor, belongs to Department of Media and Communication. Welcome to E-Content Development Center, Majalis Arts and Science College, Puramanur. Here we are going to discuss about the topic Elements and Principles of Visual Design. In this session, you will be able to understand what are the 7 basic elements of visual design. Let's begin with what is design. We all are living in the digital era, right? What we are doing with these visuals? Yes, we are visually communicating each other through font, shape, size, color and other elements. Moving to the 7 basic elements of visual design, which are line, shape, color, texture, value, space and form. Let's begin with the first element, line. Line connects 2 points and it can be used to define a shape, to make divisions and create textures. For example, horizontal lines, vertical lines, straight lines, broken lines, wavy lines, zigzag lines, spiral lines, curved lines, etc. Second one is shapes. Shapes are self-contained area which are 2D shapes or models. Every object is composed of shapes. For example, geometric shape, natural or organic shape, abstract shapes. Many 2D geometric shapes can be defined by a set of points or vertices and lines connecting to the point in a closed chain. Such shapes are called polygons. And these polygons include triangle, square and pentagons. Other shapes may be bounded by curves such as circle or ellipse. Third one is color. Color combinations are used to differentiate items, to create a depth, to add emphasis or to help organize information. Hence, colors used to generate emotions, create unity and generally create visual interest. There are types of colors which are primary and secondary colors, warm and cool colors, neutral colors and so on. Fourth one is texture. Texture refers to how a surface feels or is perceived to feel, which is mainly referred to the surface in a work of art. Everything has some kind of textures. Sometimes we describe the textures as smooth, silky, rough, fuzzy and so on. Such textures are called real or actual textures. Sometimes some textures looks like rough but it's not. It's some kind of smooth textures. Such textures are called implied textures. A texture will be created and a pattern formed. Fifth one is value. Value is mainly used to set a relationship between lightness and darkness. White is the highest or lightest value. On the other hand, black is the lowest or darkest value. Typically, we can say that the value creates shadows and highlights. Sixth one is space. Space can be positive or negative. Positive space is the area occupied by the object or forms. Negative space is the area that runs between or within the object. This includes backgrounds, foregrounds and middle grounds. Seventh one is form. Form applies a 3-dimensional object and describes their volume and mass. Form may be created by combining 2 or more shapes and can be further enhanced by different tones, textures and colors. Example, cylinder or cubes. The principles of design are the rules and principles that an artist and designers use to create visual composition. The 8 basic principles of designs are balance, contrast, emphasis, pattern, repetition, unity and harmony, movement and hierarchy. These principles of designs work together to create something that is pleasing and optimize the user experience. First one is balance. Every element in a visual composition carries a weight, which means each and every designer's goal is to balance the weight of each object on the canvas in order to create feeling of balance for the viewer. Balance are of three types: symmetrical balance, asymmetrical balance and radial balance. Asymmetrical balance employs scale, contrast and colors to the flow of the layout. It is usually found in websites where two sides of a website differ from each other but contain similar elements. In the case of radial balance, the elements of designs are placed in a circular pattern on the layout. This provides a sense of movement and dynamic to the eyes of the viewers. Second one is contrast. Contrast is an important principle in any form of visual art. It is essential for maintaining the distinction between similar elements in the design. Hence, they can be enhanced a layout by overall legibility. This guides the customer's attention to the key element of a design. Contrast is formed when design elements are placed in opposition of a layout. For example, dark versus light, thick versus thin, contemporary versus traditional, large versus small. Third one is emphasis. Emphasis aims to draw the viewer's attention to a specific design element, or sometimes it aims to create a focal point in the design. Any object or area of emphasis is called focal point. The focal point is meant to be a part of an artwork to which the viewer's eyes are first attracted. For creating the emphasis, we put the most important information in big or bold letters or use related images to capture your attention. Fourth one is pattern. Pattern is the repeating of an object or symbols all over the work of art. Patterns are simply a repetition of more than one design elements. Patterns as a principle of design may be defined as regular arrangement of repeated same element, that is line, shape, color over and over again. Hence, patterns usually increases the visual excitement by supplementing surface interest. Patterns usually increase the visual excitement by supplementing surface interest. Pattern happens when an object, image or symbol is uniformly repeated throughout the visual composition. Fifth one is repetition, which is simply repeating a single element many times in a design. For example, you could draw a line horizontally and then draw several other lines next to it. This can be useful in webs and app designing. As we said before in the pattern, when repetition is used correctly, it creates consistency, uniformity and strength to the design. Sixth one is unity or harmony. Unity or harmony is the quality of wholeness or oneness. Unity is the arrangement of elements to create a feeling of completeness. Harmony is the visual satisfying effect of combining similar or related elements. It is difficult to achieve unity without harmony. Seventh one is movement or rhythm. Rhythm and movement are when a designer used requiring elements to direct the viewer's eye through an image. Movement is the path that a viewer's eye takes through the work of art, often to focal areas. Such movements can be directed along lines, edges, shapes and colors within the work of art. Eighth one is hierarchy. Hierarchy is the control of visual information in an arrangement of presentation to imply importance. Hierarchy influences the order in which the human eye perceives what it sees. In designs, hierarchy is used to help a viewer navigation and digest information easily. Hierarchy can be achieved by highlighting the titles using large and bold fonts, adding shapes to the frame of the focal view, and implementing details and colorful visuals. Hope you got an idea about what are the basic principles and elements of visual design. I'll see you in the next class with a new topic. Have a nice day.